You were held for the first time today. Someone smiled at you and said your name. You laughed for the first time, cried for the first time, felt sunlight on your skin for the first time, and you will never remember any of it. Not because it wasn't important, not because your brain wasn't working. The real answer is far stranger than forgetting. Think about your earliest memory right now. Maybe you're 3, maybe 4. Before that, there's just fog, a birthday cake, a dog you used to have. Nothing before it. It feels like your life simply starts somewhere in the middle, but it doesn't start there. It just becomes memorable there. Why? Your brain wasn't broken during those first years. It was under construction, and the part being built last was the part responsible for turning experience into a story you can replay later. Scientists call this gap infantile amnesia. It's not a flaw. Every single human who has ever lived has experienced it. Babies form memories constantly. They recognize their mother's voice within days of birth. They remember the taste of foods their mother ate during pregnancy. So the memories exist, somewhere. They just can't be retrieved later as an adult, in words. Here's where it gets strange. Neuroscientist Paul Frankland at the Hospital for Sick Children in Toronto ran experiments on infant mice and found something remarkable. The hippocampus, the brain's memory filing system, is producing new neurons at an explosive rate in early life. This process is called neurogenesis. And it turns out that rapid neuron growth doesn't just add memories, it can overwrite them. Imagine a librarian constantly ripping out shelves and rebuilding the library while books are still being placed on them. That's your brain in its first few years. Does that mean your first memories are gone forever? Not exactly. Psychologist Carol Peterson, who has spent decades studying childhood memory at Memorial University in Canada, found something else. Children as young as 2 or 3 can accurately recall specific past events, sometimes in vivid detail when asked immediately. But those same memories fade dramatically within a few years, even though the child clearly experienced them. The information is there for a while, then quietly it dissolves. Not because the moment didn't matter, but because your brain hadn't yet built the shelving to store it long term. And there's another piece to this puzzle. Language. Before you could talk, you didn't organize your world into sentences. You didn't think, today at the park, my brother pushed me. You experienced it as pure sensation, fear, motion, sound. Once language arrives, your brain starts encoding memories the way you'll actually recall them later, as narrative, as story. Researchers have found that children's ability to verbally describe past events lines up closely with when their earliest lasting memories begin to form. Memory, it turns out, isn't just about experiencing something. It's about being able to tell yourself the story of it afterward. Before we go further, quick pause. If your brain has already forgotten more of your life than it remembers, and you're still curious how much more it's hiding from you, hit subscribe now. This channel exists to hand you back the parts of being human that nobody ever explained to you. And if this is making you rethink your own earliest memory right now, tap like. It genuinely helps more people find this. So, your earliest years vanish, but do they actually disappear completely, or are they just locked somewhere you can't consciously reach? This is where the science turns almost unsettling. Some researchers argue those early experiences aren't erased at all. They're stored implicitly, not as memories you can describe, but as patterns that shape how you respond to the world, the way you react to conflict, the way certain smells make you feel safe or uneasy for no clear reason. Your nervous system may be running scripts written before you had words to understand them. That means the years you can't remember may still be steering you, silently, every single day. Here's the twist that reframes everything. You've spent your whole life assuming your personality started forming somewhere around your first real memories, but the truth is the opposite. The most formative years of your entire existence are the ones you have zero conscious access to. The years that built your baseline sense of safety, trust, and attachment happened entirely off the record. No highlight reel, no footage, just architecture, quietly poured into place. Think about that for a second. Every adult you've ever met, every stranger on the street, every person you love carries an invisible chapter of their life they can never reread, a version of themselves that existed, felt things deeply, and shaped who they became, but left with no memory as a witness. And maybe that's not a loss. Maybe it's protection. Imagine carrying full, vivid, high-definition memories of every diaper change, every meltdown, every clumsy attempt to stand and immediately falling. Your mind doesn't need the footage. It only needs what the footage built. So, the next time someone asks about your earliest memory and you shrug and say you don't really remember much before you were 4, remember this. It's not because nothing happened. It's because everything happened all at once, faster than your brain could file it away, while it was still busy building the very shelves your future memories would eventually sit on. You weren't unconscious during those years. You were under construction, and in a way, you still are. Tonight, when you finally close your eyes, your brain will start filing away everything from today, deciding, without asking your permission, exactly what stays and what quietly disappears. The version of you that wakes up tomorrow will remember almost none of this in detail, but it will still be shaped by it, just like it always has been, just like it was back when you were too young to know it was happening at all.